Hi guys. Hello. We're live. We're going to talk about the scary truth about growing your business and the stuff that no one wants to tell you. And we're just going to dive right in, and then as you come in, you can just let me know in the comments. I'll actually just post a comment right here if you have any questions. Or let me know where you're from and your business goals. So I'm just going to pin this comment really quick and then we'll dive right in. If you are just coming in, or if you didn't see my Instagram story, we are going to talk about the scary truth that no one wants to tell you behind growing and scaling a business. And this is going to be for you if like your sales have slowed down, if your content isn't hitting the same way that it used to like years ago, and you've been told you need to tweak your messaging and marketing, try this new content, tip or trick, change your call to action and your clients will flood in, or if you say these right words, then your content is going to hit and you're going to sign all these clients. And, even the content that we see all the time that's like, my client made this one shift and all of a sudden she made $45,000. We've heard it. We're tired of it. We've heard it. And the thing that, most people don't tell you about those types of posts is, well, one, there's a lot of things behind the scenes, foundations behind the scenes that are created behind those types of posts that actually create those results for you. But two, maybe, you look at those posts or whatever and you use the viral hook that was used in that reel and it worked for a second, but deep down, you're still feeling stuck. You're still feeling that resistance. You're still feeling that lack of instability in your business, and you're confused about why things aren't working because you're doing all of the things, right? Like you're constantly tweaking your marketing and messaging, you're posting on TikTok, you're doing all of the things. And so there's a part of you that's also like frustrated because you're doing the right things and it's making you question yourself. This is the worst part of it all. It makes you question yourself. You're thinking, am I a good coach? Am I a good marketer? Can I actually do this? What if this is all a fluke? And it's not an accident that's happening. It's actually a cycle. And a lot of coaches and people in the online space are capitalizing on it because they know that your sales have slowed. And so they're, taking this one tweak that you can make in your messaging or marketing, posting it in a reel and hoping that you invest in that thing, right? And so this isn't a bad thing. Like a lot of times the things people are posting, they actually do work. They help people. They worked for that coach. It's not a lie. But what people are failing to tell you is that the reason that is working for some people and maybe it's not working for you, or it's working for, that specific coach, is because they're in alignment with that strategy and because their subconscious mind is in alignment with that strategy. So what's really happening is that your sales are slowing down. You start to feel nervous. You wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why is this working for everyone else but me? Why did she say to just post this one hook or tweak my messaging in this way and I would get all these sales and it's not happening yet? And so you start to feel nervous, right? You start to feel like, what am I doing wrong? There's some scarcity that comes in, and then a coach comes in and tells you like, you just need to refine your messaging or follow this content template and sales will roll in. And then because you're already doubting yourself, you buy in. Maybe you invest in another coach, maybe you join another program, maybe another strategy, or you get another set of content prompts, and maybe you feel like this quick boost of clarity, but you don't have this like level of sustainability that you're just craving in your business. And so nothing really changes. You're still confused about what to post. You're still struggling to make the money that you should be making. You're still stuck in a loop of second guessing. You know yourself every single day. Am I actually a good coach? Can I actually do this? And so you're tweaking and hoping that the next small shift will be like the thing that works. And I think it's Kat or Kate here said, yes, everything that you're saying. So yeah, you guys get it. And for everyone that's listening to the replay, I know that I'm speaking to you because I talk to you guys all the time, every single day. And it's not your strategy that's the problem. There's not going to be one small tweak in your messaging or marketing that will automatically take you to a sustainable business that makes multiple, 5 or 6 figures consistently. That's not the problem. The problem isn't the strategy. And again, like while you're seeing all this content online, make this one small tweak your messaging, blah, 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 blah. What you have to understand is that there is a million ways to grow and scale a business, and what works for someone else isn't going to work for you. So what actually needs to happen is that you come home to yourself and you follow a strategy that's in alignment with you. So this is where, the subconscious piece comes in. It's not actually the strategy that's the problem. It is your subconscious mind. So the part that a lot of business coaches won't tell you, the scary truth, as my little hook here is on this live, is that your strategy isn't broken. But if your subconscious mind is programmed for scarcity, self-doubt, or even if you're a visibility, that's something that I experienced early on in my business. There was a time where going live like this, I would have freaked out. Like I would have been sweating. I would have felt like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. What are people going to think about me? You know, there would have been so many thoughts, right? Versus now, how I feel in my business is completely different. And so, you know, even if you have the perfect strategy, quote unquote, with those subconscious blocks and your mind being programmed for scarcity, self-doubt, fear of visibility, fear of success, whatever it is, it will sabotage even the best strategy. So the way that this plays out is essentially deep down, you don't believe that you are worthy of big income months. So your brain will block you from executing that strategy consistently and confidently. So I always say in your business that you can have the perfect strategy, right? But it only will work as far as your confidence and your conviction in yourself lies. So if your nervous system or your subconscious mind, whatever we want to call it, the mind and body, they're connected. The subconscious mind is the body, so they're the same thing. They're one and the same. A lot of people like to say you can't just work with the mind. You need to do the subconscious work, you need to do the nervous system work, which nervous system work is so important, but those things are the same. The mind becomes the body because the signals and the thoughts that you have in your mind send signals and hormones and things to the body that then create that level of scarcity and dysregulation in the body. So if your nervous system, your mind, whatever you want to call it, associates sales with, let's say, rejection, or, you know, a fear of success, let's say deep down you believe that if you create a huge amount of success in your business and you're going to lose your partner, or you're going to lose your friends, or you're going to outgrow people, you'll unconsciously hold yourself back in your content, even if you're quote unquote saying the right things. And then if you've been stuck in like a feeling of, let's say, over delivering, like I see a lot of coaches do this a lot of times. I have people that come into TVA or my mastermind that have group programs and one-on-one coaching, and they're literally capped. I made a post about this today. They're capped in their group program with their income because they're over delivering. They feel like they have to give more of themselves in order to create client results. And then they're undercharging as well too. No amount of messaging tweak is going to, you know, make you show up as an authority or, you know, increase your income if deep down you believe those things, right? So your subconscious mind is always running the show. It's 88 to 95% of your overall day, the decisions you make, your energy, how you show up, the words that you use. So basically your subconscious mind dictates your messaging. So without doing the subconscious work, we can't actually tweak the messaging. We can't actually tweak your strategy. And so when you shift that, when you do the subconscious work, when you do the hypnosis every single day, whatever subconscious work you want to use, it doesn't just have to be hypnosis. It can be visualization. It can be meditation. Without that, you'll keep circling back to the same business problems no matter how much strategy you invest in. And I think a telltale sign of this is the fact that I have worked with clients who are making literally $0 in their business, and I've worked with clients who are making upwards of $100,000 per month in their business, and they're experiencing the same mindset problems. They're experiencing the same scarcity. They're experiencing, you know, the same feelings behind the scenes that dictates a level of, plateau that they experience in their income. So if you're relying on, like I mentioned, content prompts, the templates to fix your sales, or, even scrolling and looking for like that next viral reel hook that you can use and implement, and that's going to create sales. Like if you're already experiencing the slowed sales period in your business, a content prompt, a hook is not going to change that. So you're actually moving further away from the thing that sells, your voice, your energy, your presence, like again, coming home to yourself. I made a post about this a couple weeks ago, but I talked about how, I'm not someone who cares about luxury bags or luxury experiences, travel. Like I built my business because I wanted to have the ability to do things like when my dog needed a $14,000 surgery, I wanted to be able to pay that in full and not worry about it. I wanted to be able to eventually be home with kids. I wanted to, build this life for my husband and buy home and, just do like normal things and not worry about it, right? So I don't care about luxury bags and huge client wins and stuff like that. And a lot of my clients don't either, but they believe that they have to have these massive client wins in order to sign really high ticket clients. And so that leads in their messaging and marketing. And so the more that you lean into someone else's messaging framework, the more that you dilute your own voice, you lose the connection that actually makes people want to buy from you. and you start sounding like literally everyone else online. I could probably scroll through, a million mindset coaches and hypnotherapists and be like, yeah, they sound exactly the same, versus coming home to yourself, which is what you do through subconscious work and through hypnosis, and having a voice that stands the test of time, that's different than everyone else, that, actually speaks to the people that want to work with you. And so that's when sales slow down, is when we lose all of that. And it's not because you need another stronger call to action or you need some messaging tweak that speaks to the right buyer, but because you're no longer speaking from the part of you that's actually magnetic. You're no longer speaking from the part of you that actually has that belief and that impact in, at heart, and actually believes in themselves and actually finds joy in their business and is having fun. So your subconscious mind overall doesn't want that level of growth. It wants familiarity. So if the next level of your business feels quote unquote unsafe, your subconscious mind will block you from fully showing up as the version of you who effortlessly attracts sales. So I say all the time that all entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter if you're making, again, $0 or $100,000 per month, you need to be doing this work, because it makes you a better coach. It makes your marketing better. It makes you stand out. And it's the real work that actually changes everything, because what you see in your external reality right now, the house that you're in, the income that your business is making, the type of clients that you're working with, are a direct reflection of your subconscious beliefs. And it doesn't matter how much you tweak your strategy, it's going to stay the exact same. So what actually needs to happen, and this is the scary truth, and I even talked about this last week on Instagram as well too, where I'm like, it's an actual crime for people to be offering business coaching and offering any sort of coaching without the subconscious work. I actually believe not only that everyone should be doing it, but also that everyone should have some level of hypnosis or subconscious work in their programs as well too, because some people, based on their past experiences, will bypass a lot of the lessons that other people need to learn, versus someone else who maybe has experienced trauma or was told that they're not worthy, or had certain experiences as a child, and they are someone who are going to see lessened like transformation in a coaching program. And so everyone should also be adding this into their group program. So if anyone's listening to this and you're like, yeah, I don't have subconscious work in my program, so you can reach out to me and we can talk about that. But instead of chasing the next tweak, the next prompt, the next script, you need to address the real root cause. And this is going to be your subconscious beliefs about yourself, your expertise, your worth, your past experiences, like what everyone talks about, your inner child healing, the way that your inner child and the experiences you had as a child are now reflecting into your business currently, your nervous system's ability to hold success without resistance. So something that I see a lot of people experience is that they actually don't have a fear of failure. They have a fear of success, because success brings more responsibility. So if you're already overwhelmed in your business, you're already feeling like it's a lot, you're already feeling like, I can't hold this, or what if it's all a fluke? It's going to be really challenging for you to then hit that next level, because your subconscious mind and that body connection actually deems it as unsafe. And so there's that piece. And then your ability to tap into the version of you who speaks with confidence and clarity without overthinking every single word. So actually finding your voice in the online space and letting that be the thing that attracts the type of clients that you actually want to work with. So that's the scary truth. The scary truth is that no matter how much tweaking and changing you do in your strategy, you're not going to see shifts until you actually work with the subconscious. So this is something that we do in the Master Your Mind Hypnosis portal. This is something that we do in the Master Your Mind Mastermind. That's why I call it Master Your Mind, Master Your Business, is because we master your mind first to master your business success. Obviously, those things go hand in hand. We're not just doing the reprogramming and then we're implementing the strategy, but we're seeing what gaps in your strategy are creating the reality that you want. I think a great example of this is if we go back into the tweaking. A lot of people, I hear this all the time, like, I need to tweak my messaging. What's the key, to my business success? When am I going to blow up? When you focus on that, what you focus on in your subconscious mind expands. So when we're focused on constantly tweaking, when we're focused on constantly needing to tweak our messaging in order to see results, versus deciding that the words that we're using what we're saying right now in our business is enough right now, the more that you focus on, the more that expands. And so you're actually creating into your reality that you have to make tweaks in order to see sales, and you're exhausting yourself, right? You're on this hamster wheel. And so that is something that we mitigate in the Master Your Mind Mastermind as well too, through hypnosis, through nervous system regulation work, through what I call shadow work, hot seat coaching calls. So instead of doing instead of doing like typical strategy hot seat coaching calls that you might see in a lot of group programs or masterminds, we actually do shadow work calls where as a group we are doing the subconscious work together on a one-on-one and also a group basis. So you're not only like sitting next to other women in the Zoom call, I say sitting next to, but metaphorically sitting on a Zoom call with other women who are going through the same things and working through those blocks in real time. You get to a place where you're making more money without needing to work constantly. You're, like I mentioned, coming home to yourself and coming home to your message and finding what differentiates you and letting that speak volumes, and then also just like building that community through that. Everyone should be doing subconscious work literally every single day. And yeah, that's the scary truth, that no matter how much tweaking you're doing in your strategy and your messaging and your marketing, it's not going to lead to increased sales if you have those subconscious pieces and those subconscious blocks that are holding you back. So as always, if you have any questions about subconscious work or the Master Your Mind Mastermind or the Master Your Mind Hypnosis Portal, which is obviously a space where you get access to hypnosis audios that are 8 to 20 minutes where you can implement them every single day really easily into your routine, then you can send me a DM. The Master Your Mind Mastermind is actually restarting next Wednesday. Yeah, we're doing our first call next Wednesday. So we have 3 spots left to start next Wednesday. We do those shadow work calls. We do, the mindset calls. And this is a space for you if you are in that place with everything that I just talked about today, where you're constantly trying to tweak things to make it all work. And you are constantly in that, that strategy mode, and you're someone who's like, you're no stranger to strategy. Like, you actually love the strategy, you love the implementation, you love, going live and making the posts and having those strategy pieces click, but you're also craving more just like ease and more flow and more freedom and more spaciousness. You want to, be able to like go out with your husband or your partner or go on a trip and not think about your business the entire time and make money throughout that time period. And you also know that the mindset work is the next piece to get you there. And I think the thing about mindset work too is that a lot of people resist it, because once you start doing that, everything shifts in your external reality. So there can be a part of you that's also like, as you're listening to this, like, okay, well, I'm resisting that a little bit because it means that I have to change a lot of things, and that actually means that you're headed in the right direction. So if you have any questions about that as well too, in the mastermind starting next week, you can send me a DM. But I love you guys, and I hope this was helpful, and definitely send me a DM about those 2 things if you have deeper questions. But I will chat with you soon.